Greetings, Royal Queens and Kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. I am so excited to be here. Let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. Listen here, we did do a poll on this AM. It says, are you ready for A, hot topics, B, piping hot tea, C, this P. Diddy mess, and D, let me grab my coffee, child. Okay. Now, listen here. We do have Tiara in the building. Hello, Tiara. It's good to see you here and all of the other royals. Now, listen here. This is Celebrity Scandals Unveiled P. Diddy Grand Jury Drama Coffee Talk with Queen Tulsa. Now, listen here. Let's roll on into it. Get ready to dive into the latest celebrity scandals with Queen Tulsa on Coffee Talk. In this episode, we're breaking down P. Diddy's grand jury drama and more. Stay up to date on all the juicy gossip and don't forget to share this video with your friends. Okay, now listen here. Let me go ahead and bring up the content. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and go on over to Instagram and let's see what's trending right now. Okay, so first, it's the neighborhood talk. They said, wait, what? Donald Trump seemingly suggests doing a purge to combat crime. If you had one rally, one really violent day, child, let's get into it.
Let them do it.
All
The
right.
liberal left wants to destroy him, and they want to destroy our country. You know, if you had one day, like one real rough, nasty day with the drugstores, as an example, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day.
Ooh, child, I didn't heard enough, honey. Listen here. Let's
Do it because the liberal.
comments. Okay. Someone says Republicans didn't have a better candidate than this. Someone says, what about that statement speaks? He won a purge. Y'all just take stuff the media say and run with it. Shaking my head. Please, Lord, protect us during this election. We need it. Someone says, I'm convinced he really doesn't want to be president anymore. And he's just saying stuff to make people not vote for him. No way his mindset is fit for a sitting president. Someone else says, how can he just say things like this without consequences? At a certain point, there should be things that automatically disqualify you from campaigning. Inciting more violence is crazy. Well, listen here. Someone says that's not even funny. It's disgusting. How can he just say things like this with no consequences? And my thing is, if he's not on a reality show and things like that where they allow this type of behavior, I 100% agree. He does not need to be sitting as a president. Okay. Well, listen here. Enough of that. Let's get up into some more hot topics. No matter how you feel, get up, pray, show up, and never give up. And that's what we are doing today. Amen. Amen. Now, the Jasmine brand has an update. Diddy no longer on suicide watch in prison. Lawyer says he's focused and very strong. Law enforcement sources told People magazine that he is not on suicide watch and his family has visited him while he's held in Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. A member of his legal team added he is focused and very strong. He is concentrating on his defense and preparing for his trial. Now, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that, child? I think that this whole situation with Diddy is it's a lot going on. Someone says we don't need a play-by-play. Just let us know when the trial begins. Thanks. Someone says something is off about his lawyer. He acts court appointed and not the benefit of the client. He stays on TMZ like Sean is cooked. Let me get my shine in this moment, though. No more distractions. November 5th election. Okay. I wonder who's asking for the updates. Thanks for the update. We about to know Diddy every move from now until the trial. Y'all buckle up. He wasn't going to unalive himself. Somehow I just don't believe. Someone says prison. Did I miss the trial? Well, Epstein allegedly committed suicide, so they can't play the suicide card on Diddy. In the meantime, he's singing like a canary, but they probably don't care about Clive Davis because he can't even remember Diddy. Okay. Well, he is right at home. He is fitting right in. He needs to drop that attorney. Seems like he's doing a whole lot of Harlem shaking in the limelight. Now, y'all get into this. Do y'all remember Diddy's team end up, stepping down at one point in time? One of his team, one of a crew, a slew of his lawyers and a slew of his executives stepped down. All right, now get into this. Halle Bailey shares footage performing at Kamala Harris Los Angeles fundraiser. Let's get into it. Okay. Now she's into it. Okay. She was very much so covered up. I remember the last time that Kamala Harris had a celebrity on, it was Megan the Stallion. And child, they said that Megan was gyrating and twerking and doing the most over there. Okay.
Come here. You doing this one? Yeah, I'll do it. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she was buttoned up real nice. I actually love the outfit. Just a little bit of belly showing. Okay. Let's go ahead and get up into these comments. Love the modest outfit. She fit the occasion. Okay. I loved it too. This is what we want to see, not no twerking and ratchetness. Absolutely. I just spoke on that. I just want to know how her hairstylist tucked those locks away. Amazing. Okay, look at that. Well, it doesn't look like locks. It looks like braids or something. Such an angelic voice. No one is perfect, but she is close to being perfect. Mama Halo. She looks amazing, and her voice is so beautiful. Kamala isn't nowhere near an angel. Madam President looking great. This is still not going to make me vote for her. Her hairstylist is everything. Okay. Listen here. I say what an amazing performance. She did very, very, very well. Now get into this, y'all. Law Center assistance, child. Attention, have you or a loved one ever worked for, met, or had any interaction with Sean Diddy Combs? If you or a loved one have experienced inappropriate behavior by Sean Diddy Combs, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. Now, child, they got a whole law team out here looking for more people to come out. Child, they have a whole ad out here. Let me click on this. Oh, that's an ad. Okay. Did you know the Texas State Fair in Dallas once was a KKK recruitment site? Some history, you all. Meet your friends, Ku Klux Klan Day, Wednesday, October 24th, State Fair, Texas, Dallas, Texas, public invited. Yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, get up into this, y'all. Fair Park was first created in 1886 after Dallas was given the rights to the state's fair. William H. Gaston, Thomas Marsalis, and John S. Armstrong were three businessmen in Dallas, Texas, who fought over where the state fair would take place. Ultimately, Gaston's spot in Dallas, the current Fair Park, won after the previous fairs resulted in a loss in revenue. The three businessmen were forced to team up to adequately finance the fair, and since then, Fair Park has been the site of the state fair and other important Dallas events throughout its history, including the Centennial Exposition and the Cotton Bowl. Despite many of the public events that fair has housed, it was also used as a recruitment site for the Ku Klux Klan in the 1920s. On October 24th, 1923, the Texas State Fair named it Ku Klux Klan Day and held a rally that gained the KKK 25,000 recruits. In addition to recruiting, the KKK Day brought 160,000 active members to the fair, showing Fair Park loyalty to segregation and denial of the civil rights movement that was stirring at the time. Fair Park was deeply segregated, only allowing white occupants until 1961, except for Colored People's Day in 1889 and the Hall of Negro Life opening in 1936. The fair drew thousands of Black visitors from all over the state for Negro Achievement Day. The day was presented as a day to celebrate their achievements throughout history. However, Colin College history professor Michael Phillips says not everyone saw it the same way. It was something that just reinforced racism, rather celebrating a day of Black achievement, which is what has been presented by the white leadership. He told Texas Standard. Phillips also said some people view the day as a gimmick to placate the Black community. All right, so there's some history right there. Someone says in the comments, and when laws change, minds did not. Fast forward today, the Klan meetings are a recruitment site for police and judges. I live in Fair Park neighborhood. There are massive parking lots. They are only used once a month out of a year. The rest of the year they sit empty. To know people lost their homes like that is just tragic. Still recruiting site. Someone says explains why it's 40 to park plus ticket costs in to get in on top of tickets for rides and food when it used to be free to park and to get in when I was a kid. Someone says Santa Fe, Texas, the same Santa Fe, Texas, where there was a school powing in 2018 held Klan rallies at their grounds. Until the early 2000s, the town was a white-only community. Until the 90s, many of the suburbs around Houston were sundown towns. Y'all, make sure y'all are paying attention to where you're traveling at. I know here recently we just had a young man lose his life. He was traveling through Texas. He's last name McIntyre, but he was traveling through Texas. It was his birthday. Hello, CEO, little boss lady. Good to see you today. Grand Rising, and I see you got your coffee. Okay, you got your coffee. How you doing? I got mine too. But it's so important for us to do research whenever we're traveling to another state, when we are traveling to an unfamiliar location. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's up next. Give me a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up next, child. Rappers today don't have this mindset.
Was hungry, like really hungry. Like, when I was selling my mixtape out my car, I was really selling my mixtape out my car. I feel like artists right now, they putting out a single and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hot MC in the game. And to me, it's corny. You supposed to be honored when people ask you to get on their album. You might never get that opportunity again, ever. So, let me say this. Reason why Nicki Minaj came out of nowhere and slaughtered is because when people called me, I got in that studio and I sent the verse back in 24 hours. In 24 hours. That's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had LASIK eye surgery when Rihanna called me. I got the verse done in 24 hours with patch on my eye. So I just want to say that 2 Chainz deserves everything. First of all, I got
Listen here, first of all, I miss 106 in Park. I miss it so, so much. But let's get into
Let's
this.
say this. I am from an era that was hungry, like really hungry. Like, you know, when I was selling my mixtape out my car, I was really selling my mixtape out my car. I feel like artists right now, they putting out a single and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hot MC in the game, and to me, it's corny. You supposed to be honored when people ask you to get on their album. You might never get that opportunity again, ever.
Listen here, and that's why I continue to keep showing up here for you all. And I'm so excited. Once again, I'm so excited to be back. Listen here, give me a round of applause. Okay. Listen here, give me a round of applause. The queen is back. All right. Whatever you're praying for, God is about to answer. Keep the faith. Okay. Listen here.
You want to start real quick? Go ahead. Before you. No, you're good. Just
tell the truth, the real truth, what you seen, what you know. They got it on video. Real shit, just tell the truth, dog. Not other bullshit. Just tell the truth, dog. They got it on video.
So, child, to say the least, I don't know, like when you are out there doing your dirt and this, that, and the third, child, if you're going to do your dirt, I say do it by yourself. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying if you are, you need to do it by yourself. Okay. Now, listen here. We are going to get into a few things on this rising. I did come across some information, and this was on Usher, y'all. Usher, there was a whole situation, and this call was leaked. Okay, this call was leaked. This call was leaked. And so now I want to share it with you all. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and share it with you all as I bring it right on up. All right. So here we are.
I could barely hear you.
Okay. So let's bring it right on up.
Check on 911. What's the address of the emergency? Okay, I could barely hear you.
I have a trespasser at my front door.
Okay, so when... Okay, the person inside your home, do you know who they are?
No, not inside my house. They're at my front door.
They're at your front door?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me a description of them?
On my property, my address.
I can't get your address. Can you give me a description of the person in your yard, at your front door?
Personally, ma'am. They came early to my house and was escorted off of my property.
Okay. So pretty much somebody has showed up to Usher's property, right? And, he said it was a lady. But see, this is the thing. I wonder if it was somebody, related to or had been to a party, or I don't know. You just really never know, because why would the lady come over there, right? But let's take a listen.
They come back, and now it's at my front door.
Okay, can you tell if it's a male or a female? Okay, did she tell you her name?
Ma'am, I don't know this woman.
Okay, that's fine. And how long has she been there?
Did
she tell you her name?
Okay.
My doorbell.
Okay, but do you know how long she's been there?
Probably, as long as she's ringing the doorbell. I mean, who knows? She could have been standing out there for a long time, across the street, or whatever may have been. But she's standing at my front door.
Okay. And your name, sir? Hello?
Yes.
And what's your name?
My name.
Okay. And do you see any suspicious vehicles or people or other people inside the neighborhood?
No, ma'am. I don't see anybody else.
Okay.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Usher was maybe under the influence of anything? This is a very suspicious situation, but it's documented.
I'm going to stay on the phone with you until the officer arrives. Just let me know if anything changes.
Two children in this home. There's three adults in the house. And this,
So let me go ahead and get up out of here. Okay, so give me 1 second because there's another video. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring up this video. Let me go ahead and bring up this video right quick. Let's see. I mean, this, like I said, this gets very, very, very interesting. This gets very interesting. So here we go. We're going to go to part 2.
somehow I got into the community. I don't know how she got here.
And did you meet with the officer earlier when he came out the last time? Or
I was not with the officer, ma'am. I wasn't here.
okay, that's fine. Well, just let me know if anything changes. I'll remain on the phone with you.
All right, cool.
Okay, and are there supposed to be any vehicles in your front yard or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Hold on a second, okay?
And is she still knocking right now?
She's sitting in my front door.
Okay. Okay, I do have 2 officers en route to you. One is coming from. Okay, you still hear her at the door?
Don't hear her. I can see her. I have cameras at my home. I'm at my front door.
Okay.
She's just sitting there. I don't know how long she's going to be there. So I asked her to leave the premises today. And she did, of course.
There's the unit turning to the neighborhood right now. There's an officer turning to the neighborhood right now. What'd you say? She's talking on her phone.
I think that she's plugged up some device or something to my house and is charging her like iPad or something like that.
Okay.
There's a plug to my front door. She's sitting at my front door. She's obviously a fan of some sort.
Okay.
Okay, now if that was the case, why wouldn't you say, "Oh, it's a fan at my door"? Why would you let the lady keep going on and on and on? That way they'll know, okay, this is a fan and this is not somebody just aggressive like that, like coming over to, like stick the place up. She's sitting down, she's charging up her phone. Seems like she just needed a charging station.
Okay, it should be an officer on scene right now.
She's a little delusional. There was an officer that came here earlier today and asked this lady to leave my home.
Oh. Okay, and do you see the officer outside right now?
I'm sorry?
Do you see the officer outside? He should be in front of your home right now.
She's walking towards the house.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the line. He'll probably just most likely ring your doorbell when he's ready to speak with you.
All right now. Well, listen here. That is some scary stuff right there. Listen here. You show up to my house unannounced. We're going to have a problem. We are going to have a problem. There is nothing to discuss. There is nothing to talk about because you are here and you are an unwanted guest. Okay? You are a unwanted guest. Let's be real. Let's talk about it. But speaking of let's talk about it, let's go ahead and get into this story right here. Now, Krishan Rock is out, child, and she's guess where? She is here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you already know me. I definitely have to get back up in my investigative bag. I was not at the fairgrounds yesterday, okay? Because Krishan Rock was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and yeah. Before we get to Krishan Rock, let's get into the 2024 Tulsa State Fair. Tulsa woman sells her book, shares her story to give hope to others. Okay. This is Ratita Rogers.
Fox 23's Fahima Pagmani tells us what's in that book and how it'll help readers.
The booth and the book is called I Broke Out of Prison. It's to help encourage and bring some light to people during their difficult time. Growing up took a lot of work for Ratia Rogers.
I went through a lot of troubles, a whole lot of difficulties.
The struggles she talks about are extensive.
Fighting in school, getting kicked out, teen pregnancy by the age of 15, in the Tulsa girls group home. I lived in a Madonna house.
Rogers tells me after her teenage years, she got into more problems.
I went to juvenile, I was in jail, and served time in prison.
She says that after her time in prison, she wanted to turn her life around and share her story with people who were on similar paths.
I do speaking engagements at conferences, churches, schools, and I want to impact our teenagers to let the youngsters know that, getting out there, stealing, robbing, getting into crime is not the way to go.
Rogers wrote a book called I Broke Out of Prison that shares her life story. She says the best place to share her story is at her booth right here at the Tulsa State Fair, where she can shine some light onto those who may need it.
You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be shy of telling your story. We're all, everybody on earth has a story to tell. And once upon a time, I was shy and I wouldn't tell a whole crowd of people. And, but God began to work on me on the inside to say, stand up and tell everybody.
And that story brings some students she spoke to back to her booth.
You came out and you inspired us at our school, and so it just means a lot to me to know that other lives are really, truly being impacted by me.
Covering news that matters, I'm Fahima Pagmani.
Oh, excuse me. All right. So you know what? I'll have to reach out to Ratita Rogers and have her on the show. Actually, she's a very good dear friend of mine, a sister in the community. And yeah, I think I'm going to reach out to her and see if she could come by and inspire and motivate and, give you guys the option to buy her book. Let's go ahead and get into this right here, you all. Now, I don't know what's going on in the world, but child, it's apparently, I believe it's something in the water, is something going on because there is another story. Queens DA staffer attempted to make a bomb to blow up migrant shelter, according to officials. It's on site reported, and shout out to them. They are our friends and family. How you doing? Derek Clever, a 27-year-old paralegal at the Queens District Attorney's Office in New York City, was apprehended for allegedly attempting to create an explosive to bomb a migrant shelter near his apartment. Frustrated with the noise from parties at the Camoy Lodge, a temporary housing facility for migrants, he allegedly sought to harm the location. A criminal complaint was filed on Thursday detailing his intentions and actions, reports the New York Post. Pre a court filing, he said, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but it's for Queens County. This is war. I wish I had a big enough one to blow them back to Venezuela, he added. Clever told an unidentified friend that he bought fireworks and planned to mix them with nails, gasoline, and other materials to make basic explosives. He continued, I'm not trying to kill, but injure. He went on to say, we need to teach them a lesson. Clever stated He tested a homemade explosive and thought about using a drone to drop bombs on their shelter residents. Officials searched his apartment, finding a BB gun and fireworks. They later discovered more bomb making items, including explosive substances from disassembled fireworks, nail cartridges, BB pellets, and green wire. Clever was apprehended and charged with making a terroristic threat, illegal weapons possession, and endangering a child. Reports say he pleaded not guilty during his arraignment. Child, listen here. That's why I said, you know what? We really have to be mindful of what's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't know the next person's, the way that they're thinking, what it is that they're going through, you know, what it is that they're going through. Um, kind of feel like we're um, in a climate where as if, everybody has something maybe that they're dealing with. Um, it's just a lot. And that's why it's so important to put your put your mental health mental health first. Put your mental health first. And that's just I'm just keeping it real. Put your mental health first because it really helps you and it saves you in the long run. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into some other content. Like I said, this is Coffee Talk. We are back like we never left. Okay. And listen here, like I said, y'all, I really miss it being here. I really miss being here. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So let me go ahead and bring up this article. And y'all already know it's Cardi B and her big old mouth, child. She's right back at it. T.S. oh, excuse me. T.S. Madison went live yesterday, and I totally agree with her that I feel like that this is just a money grab. This is for her to sell an album, and it seems like every time she has something going on with an album or something, here, her and her man gets into it. You know, everybody's like, "Oh my god, she's into it. Oh my god, what's she gonna put in this song?" Hyping the people up. We haven't had an album since when? Let's go.
I automatically knew that I was pregnant. So I thought to myself, I got pregnant in January and I did a blood test. And I came out, I wasn't pregnant. And I did 2 pregnancy tests. I did a blood test in America and I did a blood test in Colombia. And I wasn't pregnant. Then I remembered I had sex on Valentine's Day. So I was like, I'm probably like 7 weeks, 6 weeks pregnant. And this was around the time that I'm like promoting the fuck out of enough. So I'm like, damn, I'm pregnant. But I'm not really thinking much of it. So I'm not thinking much of it. Me and my baby dad, we were in very bad terms. I still called them and I was like, hey, I'm pregnant. And we kind of laughed about it because it's like, what the fuck? That shit is so random. We literally went to Colombia because he went with me while I got my surgery. And it's like, what the fuck? How the fuck? Whatever. So then, in March, I was in LA for like a month. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm like 6 weeks pregnant, probably 7 weeks pregnant. I don't know. Because I know for a fact I had sex in 2024. I know for a fact I only had sex in fucking Valentine's Day and before I got my surgery. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I automatically knew that I was pregnant. So I thought to myself, I got pregnant.
But see, this is the thing. We don't care. You should be getting pregnant. You're married. You're with your husband. You are with your husband's child. But then when she refers to my baby daddy, it's given like very ratchet, She wants to be this upstanding wife and, things like that. And I'm just, Cardi B, if you just went and just didn't log on, if you just went and didn't log on for the rest of the year, I think that we'll all be good. I do feel a way because I did hear, in the streets, she was talking about, she had brought Takeoff up, and that's the late rapper and Migos. And one thing I can say about Takeoff is Takeoff is an amazing guy. Like the way he flows, the way he just he's a natural. He's a natural. And I just love his rap style. That's one thing I can say about him. They One thing you can't take from a person is their talent. You could, you know, be a way or feel a certain type of way about certain people, but one thing you can't take away from them is their talent. It is their God-given talent. It is their talent, you know? And so speaking of talent, let's go ahead and get on over to the Real People's Champ. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson celebrates as her Dallas home track is named after her. She says, I'm honored. Blavity actually reported this. Sha'Carri Richardson now has a track named after her in her hometown of Dallas. She unveiled the signage at John Kincaid Stadium during a football game on September the 20th. The celebration follows her success at the 2024 Paris Olympics, where she won gold in the 4 times 100 relay and silver in the 100 meter. The track features a plaque with her quote, I'm doing it for everyone who looks like me. Richardson expressed that the recognition not only honors her, but also highlights her responsibility to Dallas and DISD as she reflected on her roots and achievements as an 8-time state champion at Carter High School. Someone says, amazing. She absolutely earned this. Absolutely. There will be a lot more like her coming out of there. Yes. Oh my God. This is just like someone says, love her to death. Great job. Yes. Oh my God. That's fire. Amazing. Outstanding. I don't know why, but this made me cry like a proud big sis. Absolutely. Because, people really tried to turn their nose up at her. I mean, she was a young woman. She went down the wrong road. She corrected it. And, boom, look at where she is now. And that's what I'm saying. Young woman out here making these big moves when we have these big stars out here that's, bringing up the BS. Bringing up the BS. She's about that walk. She's not just out here, oh, I'm going to do this, oh, I'm going to do that. No, she's really out here walking that walk. So shout out to Miss Sha'Carri Richardson. We are big, big, big fans over here. Trust and believe, sister. Okay. And she's right next door in Dallas. Yep. 4 hours away. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get up into this. All right. So right on back to Cardi B and Offset, but we're not going to talk about them. No, we're not. One of his other baby mothers have jumped in on the conversation. And really, can y'all blame her? I mean, everybody's out here feasting in these streets. Can she get a piece? Shout out to our friends over at Baller Alert. Says Alf says baby mama Shy Lamar slams YSL Mondo for clout chasing over Cardi B DM claims.
Somebody please get a man some attention, some clout, whatever it is that he's seeking, because I guess because Woody paying his dust, he's trying to find any relevance that he can. Somebody please give him some paper. Give him a job. Get that a job. Put that up in a warehouse somewhere. Goddamn, do something other than talk about other people. How you want to talk about who pee or who tell, but you speak on the next man's relationship. You're a chase. You just want attention, baby. That man not gonna give you no attention. bitch not gonna give you no attention. You ain't got no paper. You don't got no money, baby. You bought me one bag the entire time that we was and I had to go in with you. You was mad that I was even trying to get you to get it from me. I had to put 500 on it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That sound crazy, right? You think you the catch? Oh boy, you was delusional. Perks got to make people delusional, dog. Talk about go with a real one. But fucking with you ain't never bring nothing but L after 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 L. Bitch that fuck with you gonna catch an L, gonna find a whole little trail of L's coming behind you, baby. Be real with yourself, dog. And I hate this for you because I really had real love for you, dog, and I really did, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believed in you. You're a talented person. You just got a way of thinking, dog. Just work. Put in the work. Stop being lazy, bruh. Put in work.
Oh, child. Now listen here. She had a word for him, didn't she? Oh, child. Now let's get up into these comments. Y'all already know. Child Bala Alert says Shy Lamore, the mother of Offset's child, has some strong words for YSL Mondo, accusing him of clout chasing after he claimed that Cardi B responded to his direct message. In a video, Shy dismisses Mondo's claims and suggests he's just seeking attention. Somebody please get that man some attention, some clout, whatever it is he's seeking, Shy said. She went on to say that Mondo needs to focus on getting a job instead of talking about other people's relationships. Put a B up in a warehouse somewhere. Do something other than talk about who's sleeping with who, she added. Honey, she read him his rights. Shyla also took the opportunity to address their personal history, revealing that despite Mondo's claims of being a real one, he never supported her financially. She alleged that he bought her just one bag during their time together, and that she had to contribute $500 towards it. Child, she said, you think you the catch? Boy, you're delusional. Purse got you delusional. She said, calling him out for not stepping up when she needed him. See, this is the thing. Now, why is she calling out this man for doing them perks? When you was with him, it wasn't an issue. Did you sit there watch him? Did you give it to him? You know what I'm saying? What was you doing when he was doing that? Why didn't you take it from him? Shy pointed out that she has spent over $20,000 on Mondo's legal fees to help him avoid a 30-year jail sentence. Child, please, honey. I love when baby moms support each other, though. This type of girl Offset deserves. Cardi is way too good for him. I would not come online to admit chipping in for a man to get me a bag and pay his attorney fees. This just me, though. But do you, boo? Y'all really be giving these men y'all money. I could never. Girl, yes. Yes. Floyd Mayweather couldn't beat that info out of me. You did what? Paid what? Somebody said y'all mad at her when the man spoke on her and she ain't really say too much about Offset and Cardi. She was directing all of that to Mondo. Did y'all not watch his video? No, we didn't. And at this point, we don't give a okay. Because it's all some nonsense to me, if you ask me. Like, girl, anywho, let's talk about something that matters. Okay. Speaking of something that matters. Now, y'all already know we got P. Diddy down in the slammer, and child, his homie R. Kelly. Child, his daughter is coming out and saying, child, that was something going on. Shout out to It's On Site. In a new upcoming documentary on R. Kelly, his daughter, Buku Abi, is seemingly accusing him of doing something inappropriate to her as a child. In a trailer, she says, he was my everything for a long time. I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole. For years, Buku has publicly stated that her ties to her father has hindered her music career, and no one wants to work with her simply because of who her father is. 5 years after the Surviving R. Kelly documentary aired, and 2 years after Kelly's 30-year sentence was handed down, his daughter is now seemingly ready to tell her story. via the Jasmine brand. Nobody wants to be the child of a father that is out here hurting women and children. He knows exactly why we can't have the relationship we would have liked to have with him. He was my everything for a long time. I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really feel that 1 millisecond completely just changed my life. If my son asks questions, I'm gonna be as truthful as possible, but I will not be I will not be taking my son to a prison to meet his grandfather. Someone says, "Girl, go sit down." Also, blame your mama too. I refuse to believe she didn't know anything at all. The way the mama still dancing to his music, I would have never knew he was this sick. Just stop it. Enough of this. Damn, tell the authorities, not us. Tell somebody they lying about SA is sick. I hate y'all. A black girl first heartbreak is her father, uncle, or neighborhood boy. Shaking my head. SA usually creates shame, especially when the predator is appearing. Confessing this on the internet is really implausible, sending healing energy. She wasn't saying he didn't do anything to her inappropriate. She was saying she couldn't believe what she was hearing. Stop clickbaiting. This is wild to try to twist people's words. That man kids, that's that man's kids. I don't give a F about other ish. Don't do that. This ain't right. And I'm sick of that wife. You know what? To me, it sounds like it's a money grab. Nobody wanted to hear her music. Now she's coming out with a different play. You know, I feel like while Drea was around there clapping her cheeks, honey, she should have been clapping you up a deal. She should have been clapping you up in the studio. Okay? Let's be honest. She should have been clapping you up in somebody's studio. And she should have been present. Okay? And bring your own water. Don't take any snacks. Don't sniff nothing. Don't shake anybody's hands. Just tell them that you want to be in a booth alone, you know? All right, now, speaking of alone, the Shade Room reports press play Lil Pump cuts up on Taylor Swift by wearing choice words on a t-shirt in Hong Kong. This comes after Donald Trump voiced his hatred for Taylor after endorsement of the Harris Waltz ticket. Lil Pump has been a public supporter of Trump campaign. Get into it.
Oh my God, hell yeah. Taylor Swift, that's how we bumming today. Hell yeah, yes, Thirsty. Oh yeah. I love Hong Kong.
Oh my. Oh wow. All right now, honey. The fans are out there, honey. He wasn't playing about his Trump. Okay. Look, now get into it. All right. Now let's get into it. Child. A lot and a mess, child. Let's go ahead and get into this article right here. This article right here was published by Tasha K on her site on Instagram. And child, it goes on to say, Red Wine News, Uncle Luke is out here claiming that some of his friends who are real close to Diddy have confirmed the mogul's heavy drug use. According to Luke, the story is coming from Diddy's inner circle.
Suge Knight was on News Nation with Chris Cuomo the other night from prison. And they called it.
You do an interview from prison?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Man, he got a podcast. He got a podcast for prison. It's called Collect Call with Suge. I'm not lying. It's not an exaggeration. He got a podcast. He got a podcast. My question to you is this. You know, how much should his words be taken seriously? I take it seriously. He say something about that world. I'm like, he got credentials to speak on that. He would know. But others are saying he been in jail for 10 years. How would he know? Which line of thinking do you take when it comes to listening to what Suge Knight says about Diddy?
Let me tell you like this. You're still connected to the outside world. You know, some shape, form, or fashion, you know, guys don't supposed to have telephones in jail, but they do have telephones in jail. But then they get their one or two, you know, calls and they get it done. So those guys are still connected. But I listened to the interview just like you did. And I listened to certain things. When he talked about drugs and the industry drugging Diddy, again, a lot of my friends who know him real closely, you know, they said, yeah, he got consumed with the drugs. And so when you hear certain things like that from a guy that's incarcerated, that means he's really, really in touch with the situation.
Right.
You feel me? And so at the end of the day, you know, and a lot of other things that Suge said, I mean, the industry don't change. If you don't control the industry will control you. If you don't humble yourself, if you don't let it go to your head, then it will get you. It will eat you up. It will consume you. When you think you're too big, well, you can go and file a lawsuit against Diageo, the largest liquor brand. They've been around since Prohibition.
Own Ciroc. Own Ciroc.
Exactly. When you feel like you can go after these type of conglomerates, something got to your head, Steve. Something really got to your head. Drugs or something, or the liquor, something really got to your head when you think you that big, where you could take on that giant.
Suge.
Child, what do y'all think? Somebody says, did he piss somebody off the way they are destroying him? Shaking my head. He used to whisper, take that, in all his songs. Do you think he was sober? Geez, did he have money, but he didn't have no real friends? Those of his friends who confirmed it are in it too. They're all birds of the same feather. Most of the people in the entertainment field do drugs. Suge's story's been over 10 years, should tell people how recent these events continue and how long they've been going on. We knew he going through withdrawals. Now listen here. A lot of people were saying, okay, well, Diddy is going through withdrawals, this, that, and the third. I was like, it's a lot. You know, when you have all that, up on you and out there in those streets, child, it soon to come back and bite you in the tail. Speaking of biting you in the tail, the neighborhood talk reports Azalea Banks messy for bringing this little 2016 birthday tweet from Ellen to Diddy back in the light. McSnuggle stuff. Azalea Banks says, for effing sake, Ellen DeGeneres on 11/4/16. Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggle stuff. You don't need to know why I am Diddy. Woo! Well, that didn't age well, did it? Woo, child, honey. Cuddle McSnuggle stuff. Child, let me write that down. Let me put that in my notes, child. What is she talking about? Like, girl, what is you talking about? Now I see why these people did a purge of their old tweets. Okay. I want apologies for being called a conspiracy theorist. Oh, okay. Not Ellen, definitely one of them ones. If you know, you know, Cuddle McSnuggle stuff is a nefarious ass nickname. I still want to know what happens to DJ Twitch. Okay, get into that. Oh, baby, get up into that. Because, when we think about it, DJ Twitch, allegedly, did she have the recipe? Child. Whew, allegedly, honey. Allegedly. All right, let's get over here. It says that we have a comment. Hello, messenger of the spiritual army. How are you? Grand Rising. Good to have you here. Absolutely. Okay, I believe we have room for one more topic, and then we're going to go ahead and conclude the broadcast. Oh, yes, I'm so excited. Okay, I was waiting to tell this story. Well, I was ready to share this story. Okay, there is This Baton Rouge homecoming queen shuts down the scene with dress straight from Turkey. The Shade Room reports, okay, the kiddies just got back to school and already slaying homecoming. This young lady shuts down her Baton Rouge homecoming with a custom dress straight from Turkey. Hello. Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Y'all look so beautiful. When I saw this, I was like, I can't wait to share. Beautiful. Yes. Did she do it or did she do it, honey? She's got the gloves. She's got her crown. She's got her sash. Yes. Yes, ma'am. She deserves. Miss Scotland. Miss Scotlandville. Your 63rd Miss Scotlandville Magnet High School. Someone told Raina, I can't wait till Mari be Miss Scotlandville. Her dress gonna come from Paris. So sorry it came from Turkey. Yes. Listen here. Come on. When you talk about Black achievements, achievements for our children in general, doesn't matter what color your child is. Celebrate them, you know? Celebrate your children. Encourage them to reach for the stars. Absolutely. Encourage them to reach for the stars, y'all. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. So yeah, we have room for another story. Okay, so this was reported by Hollywood Unlocked. Diddy, oh, excuse me. Despite mounting lawsuits, Diddy has no plans on copying a plea in his federal trafficking, prostitution, and racketeering case. Meanwhile, on Thursday, September the 26th, Houston attorney Tony Busby said his firm is representing over 50 accusers of the now disgraced mogul and that he predicts the group of alleged victims, both male and female, will continue to grow as Diddy's federal case proceeds. Busby also said many were minors at the time of the alleged abuse. Elsewhere, Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agafinio, told TMZ in their new documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, the indictment that his client plans to fight his federal case, not just for himself, but for other Black men with similar cases. Agnafilio said, I don't know if I can keep him off the stand. He is very eager to tell his story. The United States government started making this case as a takedown of a successful Black man. When asked if he would be open to a plea bargain in Diddy's federal case, Mark Angafilio said, well, it's not up to me, it's up to Mr. Combs, and I don't see it happening. Angafilio explained Diddy believes he's innocent, and what's more, he believes that he needs to stand up, not just for himself, but for his family and for everybody who's been targeted by the federal government. Agnafilio added, Mr. Combs feel A, he's innocent, which is why he's not going to plead guilty. B, he's going to be truthful about this case because he wants to portray that to people who have loved him his whole life. And I think he also feels an obligation to people in general. Maybe it's Black people, maybe it's white people, maybe it's anybody who's ever felt aggrieved and targeted by the government. He feels an obligation to those people to say, you know what, maybe I can break the model. Maybe I can show the world that a Black man can win in federal court. I think he probably is the only person I know of who might be able to actually accomplish that. Whoo, child, honey. Let's get into these comments. Shout out to a website called All About the Tea. Says drug addiction and narcissism gives you this level of delusion. The only winner will be his attorney, who will make 100 million. Diddy will die in prison, and rightfully so. The feds got 90 to 95 conviction rate, 90 to 95% conviction rate. Someone says, "Sir, you told us you were innocent about Cassie claims and stood on business until the video drops. Then you remembered those claims did happen and said you were in a dark place. Go and get that flashlight because I'm sure the dark place seen all these accusations." Oh, child, honey, did she get up into it? All right, this is what narcissism does. People take notes. The feds don't come get you unless they got a solid case. If he beat it, he recorded the right folks. Oh, child, honey, hello. This is not about color or race. This is about being held accountable. That's it. That's all. His ego is definitely leading to his own downfall. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this case. What are your thoughts on it? And definitely let me know in the comments. I appreciate you all. Thank you for taking out the time to come by and do coffee talk with us today. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa, and I look forward to seeing you soon. So long.